morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and welcome to the Bourse Report. Well, today we're taking a look at one of the more exciting stocks on the stock market. We're talking, of course, about TTNGL, or Trinidad and Tobago NGL Limited, the sole member of the energy sector constituent of the Trinidad and Tobago Stock Exchange. Now, the company would have reported a very robust earnings report. Let's take a look at what some of the major drivers were and what could be in store for investors ahead. So looking at that full year result, well, TTNGL reported for its fiscal 2021 period an earnings per share figure of $3.51, 8,000% higher than the 4 cents recorded in the prior comparable period of fiscal 2020. Fiscal 2020 certainly a very challenging period for not just TTNGL, but many other companies as well. Total income was up $212 million from $45.9 million, or 363% increase, which is a much more reflective figure of the actual performance of its share in its investee company, sole investee company, PPGPL, Phoenix Power Gas Processors Limited. There was a very positive reversal in impairment losses, swinging from a loss of $38.1 million in fiscal 2020 to fiscal 2021 being a reversal of $302 million. Profit before taxes overall, that $513 million versus $6.4 million in the fiscal 2020 period. Now, really, one of the main drivers for this earnings result for TTNGL and by extension PPGPL would have been that very resurgent market for energy commodities, and we can see that in natural gas liquids prices, with all of these prices, butane, propane, and natural gasoline, up over 100% from fiscal 2020 to fiscal 2021. For example, butane from 58 cents per gallon US to $1.18 per gallon US, an over 100% increase. Propane up from 46 cents per gallon to 105 per gallon, and natural gasoline up from 76 cents per gallon to $1.56 per gallon. So certainly very resurgent prices in that natural gas liquids complex, and pricing is much more reflective of a fiscal 2018 period when TTNGL and by extension PPGPL would have enjoyed much more success and robust financial performance. Now, that has been the case across most of the energy complex in Trinidad and Tobago. And when we take a look at the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago's Energy Commodity Price Index, we can see that there has been a general, very positive upward trend over the past year or so, year and a half or so, since it hit its low of 41.6. 41.6 as the index number, and it has quickly rebounded to a high of 164.6 as at the most recent recorded period. So certainly not just for NGLs, but also prices such as LNG, ammonia, etc., methanol. All of those prices would have been very resurgent over the past couple of months, extended period of couple of months, and that would have been reflected in the commodity index. One of the downsides for NGL, however, has been production and export. For the data available for January to November from 2020 to 2021, production would have fallen in terms of barrels of NGLs from 6.67 million barrels down just around 16% to 5.57 million barrels. And again, that's available data from the Ministry of Energy. But notwithstanding this, the robust energy price environment would have more than offset that decline in production and led to a very positive earnings results delivery. Now, the big news for investors or shareholders of TTNGL was that return to a much more robust dividend, certainly not the $1.50 that investors would have been accustomed to in fiscal 2018 when we take a look at that total dividend per share in orange, but certainly much better than that 5 cents per share for the fiscal 2020 period, now moving up on a trailing basis to 75 cents per share. So investors certainly seeing some positive momentum in that income stream from owning TTNGL shares with a recovering dividend, and again, a very robust earnings report compared to the last 4 or so odd years. Now, at a price of $20.60, TTNGL is trading at a price to earnings ratio on a reported basis of around 6.2 times. Excluding that one-off impairment reversal, it would be around 15 times. That offers investors currently a trailing dividend yield of 3.6%. There are quite a number of positive drivers for the stock, one being those robust energy commodity prices, and notwithstanding the abnormal disruptions to the upside arising from that Ukraine and Russia invasion, there was still a very robust energy environment prior to that invasion. and that is expected to continue, particularly in a high inflationary environment as we are experiencing at a global level. We see some nascent domestic production recovery. Certainly, Shell's recent announcement of first gas from its Colibri project is a positive development for the natural gas landscape in Trinidad and Tobago, and there are a couple other developments in the pipeline, no pun intended. PPGPL, the investee company of TTNGL, has very well articulated its international expansion or diversification strategy, and that is also expected to be a very positive driver for a company that is debt-free at this point in time and that has a very strong focus along that energy value chain, particularly with an increasing footprint rather in the North American jurisdiction. So that all of these factors are lending to an improving growth trajectory over the medium term for PPGPL and by extension investors in TTNGL, and that recovering dividend also is another positive driver. And on that basis, Bourse is going to upgrade its portfolio rating on TTNGL to an overweight for the time being. Well, that's it for this week's edition. For more information, you can give us a call at 226-8773, email us at invest@boursefinancial.com, and check out our research at bourseinvestment.com, our website, where all of our research is absolutely free, and you can catch us in the Monday business section of the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. However you choose to spend your very long Easter weekend, do be safe and enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you next time on the Bourse Report.